Hello World. This game released a week ago. Octopath Traveler 2 was on my wish list for months. I pre-order it months in advance. The game releases and I just completely forgot about it because of work. So we're going to play this game, and I'm going to play the shit out of this game to catch up for lost time. If you've never played Octopath Traveler 1, highly recommend it. It's a different type of RPG than what you'd expect, but I love it. So, first we have to actually pick a character. Let's see what the characters on the map are. Oswald? Oswald. Did... So this is the Scholar class. Every character get like an ability they can use on the overworld that's very helpful. Scrutinize, obtain information from townspeople, and study foe. Okay, so it's the same skill for Scholar from the first game. We have the Cleric here. Looks like a pretty boy, whatever. We have the Thief. Obtain items and can steal, grant allies augmenting effects at night. We have the Hunter. Is that a little cat girl holding a bow? I thought that was a pickaxe for a second. I was like, what? We have the Apothecary. We have the Merchant. What is that picture? The shining bright white teeth in a suit. Just pointing a finger. And we have the Dancer. Which from the last game I believe was a prostitute. Doesn't look like that in this game. And then we have a warrior who seems to be like a samurai. I like Scholar. Scholar's just fun to me because it's like your mage class. So we're gonna begin.
The fire in my breast shall never be extinguished.
I know nothing about this game. I specifically...
All things in this world have a source.
Okay.
Nothing begets nothing.
Okay. Alright, I think it's gonna let me talk. I know nothing about this game. I specifically saw there was like trailers, gameplay of like the first two characters. I did not watch any of that. I specifically did not and removed any content about it from my feed because I didn't want to be spoiled.
Follow the chain of cause and effect, and it will lead you to the answer you seek.
For the record, you, Oswald, plead not guilty. Is that correct?
Okay, I'm on trial, and I was right. It's Oswald. That is... I want to say Oswald or Oswald, but yeah, no, it's Oswald.
The facts are thus. Upon extinguishing the fire, the bodies of your wife and daughter were found in the rubble. They were nearly charred beyond recognition. A gruesome sight. I'm sure you agree. Thus, the court accepts, without objection, immolation as the cause of death.
Okay, I seem to be on trial, but the court's accepting someone was... My family was burned to death?
However, there is one last inexplicable detail. Nothing one could reasonably consider the cause of the conflagration was found at the scene. Ergo, the fire ought not to have happened at all. Absent the use of magic, that is.
They're blaming me because I can use fire magic, I'm assuming.
You were a scholar of magic, weren't you, Oswald? Is that a mere coincidence? I think not. Having conducted a thorough investigation of the scene, the court holds the following to be true. You, Oswald, were the only one capable of starting such a fire that night.
In the sacred name of Alephan the Scholar King, the court hands down the following verdict. Oswald V. Van Stein, we find you guilty of the murder of your wife and daughter, for which you are sentenced to life imprisonment on Frigid Isle. Do you have any last words?
Okay, this got serious off the bat. Okay. I'm just getting thrown in prison. We're doing an Elder Scrolls start. My character's not he's not proving his innocence. He's not saying a word. Isn't he supposed to be smart as a scholar?
Harvey.
Okay. Alright. Is that your arch enemy?
The man who took everything from me.
Yeah, okay. I assume yes.
Shall die by my hand. I swear it.
Oh, this is going to be a revenge one. Oh, yes. From the first game, the Scholar one didn't... It was more about, like, study a book. Now we're actually getting, like, something much different, which I'm happy. Oh, we're doing a 5-year skip. Okay, that's a big jump. Winterlands.
Frigid Isle. A solitary island in the far northern reaches of the sea. Some call it the edge of the world. Blanketed in snow all through the year. The nearest continent is due east. 4 days' journey by sea. Even on the largest vessel.
Nope, didn't mean to skip that. Even the fierce blizzards at sea can make a wreck of the mightiest ships. Trips to and from this accursed place are heavily regulated.
This place holds all mainlanders found guilty of the most heinous crimes. It held over 300 of us at its peak. In its 80-year history, none have escaped.
I'm gonna be that one, though.
Or rather, I should say, the deplorable treatment of the prisoners ensures that lives end before sentences do. I have survived for 1,879 days, but neither the unforgiving climate nor the ravages of time shall extinguish the fire in my breast.
I love this character already. Oswald, I'm gonna play the shit out of your story.
Another frigid day in hell, eh, Professor?
Okay, they're calling me Professor. That makes sense. I guess I was a scholar.
You know what this is? It's your little notebook. It never leaves your hands, does it? Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm only borrowing it. You were quite the scholar, weren't you? Yes, this notebook could be worth quite a lot. I'm sure it'd fetch me a tidy pile of cigarettes. You're welcome to take it back, of course, but you'll have to fight me for it.
Okay, so this is like the training tutorial fight. Basic controls, main menu. I'm mugging him? Wait. Okay. If you want it back so badly, come and get it. Okay, I'm mugging you. Battle basics, breaking enemies. Yeah, like most games with breaking. He's vulnerable, which means he doesn't do his turn. Yeah, and boost points are really important to this game. I'm gonna boost. Cannot use spells while muzzled. Oh, they muzzled me. Oh.
Take it back. I've got no use for your filthy scribblings anyhow.
Good voice acting on this.
Help! Guards! Help! Somebody!
What's all this up?
It's him. He...
Well, if it isn't Oswald, our magical murderous scholar.
Okay, yeah, they're just gonna beat the shit out of me. Okay, I'm gonna kill these guards.
How do you like the new toy I gave you, Professor? It's a fine little muzzle, isn't it? Keeps you from speaking those spells you love so. You're the only one who has the honor of wearing it, I'll have you know. You should be kissing my feet. What's that look for? I know defiance when I see it, and I'll have none of it. I'd love to hear what you sound like. I really would. When you're begging for your life, that is.
13 seconds.
This game does a really good job at making you, like, feel for the story and get so engrossed. 13 seconds. 13 seconds what? How long they were in here?
13 seconds from the time a prisoner calls for help to the guard's response.
He's memorizing the time. Oh, that's... Yeah, he's gonna break the fuck out.
At least some valuable information's come of all this. 1 warden and 34 guards for 292 prisoners.
That's a number that can easily be taken down for the guards.
Over time, I've learned much about the way the prison and the people within it work. And all of that knowledge shall inform my eventual escape. An escape for which the plan is written in this notebook. Using a cipher, naturally.
Jesus. A cipher in a notebook. Did you just create it?
I've revised said plan numerous times these last 5 years, and polished it to a fine sheen. Only 3 pieces of the puzzle remain. The first, an escape route. For this, I have chosen a passage that leads beneath the prison. This passage is overlooked even by the guards themselves, and it leads directly out of this place. I must conduct a more thorough review of it, and soon. The second, suitable clothing. Once I escape, I'll be exposed to the elements. The cold will claim me in minutes if I am clad in nothing but these rags. The third and final, an accomplice.
Okay. I love how the second step of this plan is your wardrobe. It's understandable, but it's your wardrobe.
To escape on my own would be to rely on my own assumptions. I require the help of another with intimate knowledge of the prison's inner workings. With these 3 pieces in place, my plan shall move that much closer to completion. At which point, only its execution shall remain.
I feel like this character, because of the event, has become so numb, he's just illogical. That's his defense mechanism for it.
Wake up, human filth! To work with you!
I understand this island was once dotted with mines. Entire mountains were reduced to rubble for ore, and the prison was built atop the wreckage. To this day, there remains phosphor buried in the frigid earth. It's immensely flammable, and sells for a fair bit of coin.
That's good. The flammable part, I think, is more important here.
So the prisoners are forced to mine it, and the guards line their pockets with the proceeds.
They're assholes.
Mine, scum! Keep those hands! I said, keep moving! Unless you'd rather freeze to death! What's wrong with you?
I can't move anymore. It's too cold.
I thought he was gonna be my accomplice for a second. No, he's gonna die.
Don't you go soft on me, criminal filth. Need I remind you that you were sent here to atone for your misdeeds? So beg whatever gods you serve for forgiveness, and dig, you useless little mole! Your life is worthless compared to the precious phosphor you cleave from the earth.
I better kill this dude.
And believe you me, we'd burn you instead if you were anywhere near as easy to set alight. Do you understand? Answer me!
Warden, sir. He's already dead.
an unfortunately common sight.
Okay. Does he do this every day?
We are adaptable creatures. Any environment, no matter how horrific, can be made ordinary.
Oswald, you're gonna get punched too. Okay, no, you're not. Okay, good.
Forced labor is followed by a vanishingly small window of free time. It is in this free time that I review the remaining pieces of my plan.
Man, your plan is very intricate. We've talked about it like multiple times, and I still don't know fully what it is. We're going underground, and you need clothing. Also, you need someone. That's all I know.
They are three. The first, an escape route.
Okay, yeah, we just discussed this.
The prison is as old as it is massive. There are bound to be gaps and awkward seams. Perhaps I can glean a hint or two from someone with intimate knowledge of the island's history.
Find an old dude. Got it.
The second, suitable clothing. One they call the Provisioner sells the clothing I'll need to survive.
So I need cash.
But first, I need to find them.
Oh.
I'll start by asking any prisoners who might know this Provisioner. The third and final piece, an accomplice. My accomplice cannot be an ordinary prisoner.
Is it gonna be a guard?
I must find someone capable of enacting my escape plan. Then all that will remain
Is the plan's execution. Yeah, we went over this. You've talked about it a lot. Radar. Let's see here. What you guys say? You'd rather be out here in the cold than locked up in a cell. They say home is where you make it. But who the hell could make this place a home? Can I mug these guys? Doesn't look like it. No, what do you guys say to me? You filthy murderers, like you even have hearts. Oh, well, you're a fucking asshole. What's in here?
There are not so many guards watching the cafeteria during this shift. Now is my chance to find an accomplice.
Okay, so this is where I find an accomplice then. Scrutinized during the day, Oswald can can't speak. Scrutinized to glean new knowledge from townspeople. So I believe this was the effect from the first game where you like learn something about people. I'm gonna scrutinize him. He is prisoner 32107. Jesus. Flippant. A footlicker who reports me. Okay, he's no.
No.
No, he will not do it all. Prisoner who was once an aristocrat. He was cultivated and ill, but prone to leaps and subject as well as sudden bouts of shouting and he won't work.
No. I cannot.
What about you, good sir? Emerald. A well-known figure around the prison. He's exceedingly wary demeanor. There's a sense of, this is him. Yep. This is my boy.
You there. A word. What are you playing at? skulking around and sizing up all the prisoners. Ah, right. You can't speak on account of the muzzle. I've been watching you, you know, for the last 5 years.
That's a good point. How am I going to make an accomplice if I can't speak? Am I going to do hand signs?
And all that time you've been feigning indifference while you surveilled the place, right? The other prisoners, the guards, everyone and everything. Watching for minute differences, like you're making some sort of audit. Far as I'm concerned, only 2 types of prisoners watched silently for 5 years. Hungry beasts and people plotting an escape. That's it. If it's the former, I know someone who can help. But if it's the latter... So, which one are you, Professor? Shake your head if you're the former, or nod if you're the latter.
I'm having a very dumb moment. Ladder means number 2, right? I think it does. I'm having a very dumb moment right now.
So, my eyes didn't deceive me after all.
Okay.
You're quite clever, I'll say that. Now, for my formal request. I went in on your plan.
Dude, whatever. I want out of here.
I can be of use to you. You'll see. I got lots of valuable information I'll only share with a close confidant. I've collected it over my long years in this place. That's why they call me Emerald the Informant.
Well, I didn't know you're the informant part, but I knew you was Emerald. That's good.
I know my information's good. You could do far worse, Professor Jailbreak.
Only someone of considerable wit could have figured out my plot through mere observance. Further, he is correct that I have need of his wares. I can certainly use them to my advantage.
Yep.
I knew you'd see it my way. So, what would you have me do?
This horrid island is 4 days' journey from the nearest shore. Even if our escape proves successful, we'll need a ship capable of making the journey
Am
to
I
the
gonna
mainland.
ask this prisoner just to grab us a ship?
I have set my sights on the vessel carrying the inspectors, who visit the prison on an erratic schedule. Thus, I need to know when it is due to arrive next.
Okay.
The ledger containing that information is fiercely guarded. I stand no chance of laying eyes on it. But all I need to know is the date. For that will be the date we make our escape.
Understood. That won't come easily. Not impossible, though. I'll contact you once I have it.
Making deals.
One more thing. Get me the key to this muzzle. Can't make any promises there, seeing as it was made just for you. Let's just pray luck is on our side, eh, confidant?
I was gonna say I think he's gonna backstab me until he just said get the key, because that's probably the way I'm gonna lose the muzzle. Feeling Emerald's gonna die though, or just like leave us.
The plan is in motion. I just need to let the informant do his work.
Okay, next day.
Oswald.
Okay, that's my name.
Oswald. Have you found the answer?
To work, maggots! Move!
After forced labor. Now I simply need to determine an escape route and procure suitable cold weather way. Provision if I want. Okay. The question is which procure first. So it seems like I gotta get both. Who knows? Something might happen when I get the next check mark. But I'm gonna go ahead and save here and pick up next episode. So see you next time.